Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? Oh man, there's a lot of things moving so fast. The news cycle continues to change over and over as quickly as possible, keeping you constantly distracted from what is most important. I see it every day. But right now, we're going to talk about the one weapon that they have that they're going to try to use against us here shortly. And it might be a lot more shorter than we had anticipated. I thought we had till July. It might be happening here within the next couple of weeks. Let's talk about it. Before we get started, if you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. If you're thinking about buying gold and silver, or any other precious metals for that matter, head on over to our friends at Money Metals Exchange. The link is down below in the description. When you purchase over there at Money Metals Exchange, you will now be automatically entered into a chance to get free giveaways. This month, you'll be automatically registered to be one of 3 people who will receive 10 ounces. That's 10 silver eagles each. So head on over to Money Metals, make your purchase, and automatically enter to win. For those of you who are unaware, I do have my own webpage. I can be found at Pimpy's News Network. Over here, I do post videos that I can't post on YouTube without getting in trouble. I also have my own Facebook group called Pimpy's Investment Chat. Over here, we do talk about gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, as well as foreign currency investments. So come on over here and join us. It's free to do so. I can also be found over here on Twitter, MeWe, YouTube, Odyssey, and now I'm on Rumble. For whatever reasons, my videos are not showing up on my channel yet, but I can be found just by going to the search button and typing in Pimpy's Investment Chat. And my videos will pop up for you to check out. If I get kicked off YouTube or I get suspended on YouTube, you can find me on any other one of these social media platforms. Time is running out. Today is the last day for this month to have a chance to win 10 free ounces of silver each. Yes, 3 people will be chosen to win 10 free silver ounces. So just use the link down below or just go to moneymetals.com/Pimpy and make a purchase, and you will automatically be entered for a chance to win 10 free ounces. Ugh, there's a whole lot going on out there. It's unbelievable to try to even keep track of all of it. And the reason why I haven't been doing a whole lot of videos here, it's because the more research I do, the more I realize I'm going crazy. So I've been releasing videos over on Pimpy's News Network. If you guys follow the link down below, it will take you there. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, if you're at my channel and you're on any videos, click it. If you scroll down a little, you see right here, this is what I'm talking about. This is the description right here. Anyways, right here is what I'm talking about when you want to be entered into the Money Metals giveaway. This right here is the link you follow, and if you want to go to Pimpy's News Network, this is the link you follow. Most people don't know that this is the description box for videos. First of all, let's just cover what's going on with cryptos, because a lot of things going on in the crypto world. Bitcoin sitting at 29,290. It's almost at 30,000. Ethereum's at $1,882.69. XRP's at 47 cents. I guess the guy that said that Bitcoin is going to hit $1 million within 90 days was just slightly off, huh? And the guy that keeps claiming that XRP is going to be worth 500,000, he's off as well. Cardano, 39 cents. Dogecoin's at 7 cents. Polygon's at 98 cents. Solana's at $22.88. Hex at 5 cents. Polkadot is at $5.91. Litecoin's at $88.81. Shiba's at 4010. Hasn't moved at all. Terra Luna still at 401. Satama started to make a climb again, but it's gone down slightly. Satama's at 2014. So Bitcoin has been under attack recently, and it's only going to get worse. The media is just going to lie to you. They're going to claim that all these different people from the land of the boogeyman, whether it's Russia or wherever the hell it's from, keep hacking people's wallets, stealing their cryptos. I don't think it's that simple. I think it's actually our intelligence agencies are doing it, just so they could come out with stories like this. Robinhood hacker steals rich Russian crypto funds, gives to poor Ukrainians. Oh, what a hero he is. Yeah, okay, if you say so. A crypto expert said that the hacker had transferred the stolen bitcoins to the addresses of Ukraine volunteers. Wow, it's amazing that this hacker happened to have all the addresses to the wallets of Ukraine volunteers. I'm not saying it's impossible, but seriously, what are the odds of a hacker happening to know the wallet addresses of all the volunteers there? Just saying. The mystery user seems to have been able to put blockchain and Bitcoin technologies to work against the aggressive states. Using their arcane skills, the hackers gain access to hundreds of crypto wallets, which likely belong to Russian law enforcement agencies. Which likely. So not only do they know all the wallet addresses of all the volunteers, but they know the wallet addresses of Russian law enforcement. That's what they're trying to tell us. Chain analysis analysts believe that the hacker used a feature of documenting transitions in the Bitcoin blockchain to identify 986 wallets controlled by the main director of the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Russian Federation, the Foreign Intelligence Services, and the Federal Security Services. Yeah, because all these guys run around collecting crypto, right? They're trying to paint this picture that the good guys are winning and the bad guys are losing, which just isn't true. The truth of the matter is, this particular army right here that I'm highlighting is desolate. They've been almost wiped out. But that's not what we're hearing in our media. So now we're to believe a hacker has the addresses of all these volunteers and all these special people over in Russia, and they've been stealing the Bitcoin from these Russian people and giving it to the volunteers. That sounds more like an intelligent move. Well, I thought this headline was interesting. Cohen says First Republic sell would be a much faster process than Silicon Valley's. So First Republic is being sold, and who do you suppose they're being sold to? We spoke about this. This is a manufactured takedown of all the banking institutions in order to make sure that they put the power of our banking and financing into the hands of just a few people. Jamie Dimon is vying to take control of the First Republic Bank, report says, after JP Morgan steered clear of SVB. So they didn't want SVB, but they're going after First Republic Bank. I wonder why that is. Because what's going on in our banking and financial world, these banks are suffering and they don't have the liquidity necessary to stay open. They're getting their ass kicked on the market. But how nice of Jamie Dimon and JP Morgan to come to the rescue and save those bank depositors and that poor little bank. I've been preaching this for a long time. These guys are wiping away any other options that we have out there, and it is happening quickly. There's now something like 101 banks on the verge of collapsing. This is what I was saying. Whatever was supposed to happen, it's not happening fast enough because there seems to be a panic happening. So the banks are merging into just a handful of banks. As I was talking about, as you can see here, First Republic Bank is set to be taken over by regulators as soon as Sunday. JP Morgan and PNC are front runners to acquire the ailing bank, the Wall Street Journal reported. JP Morgan's Dimon has been a hands-on figure in attempts to save First Republic in the recent weeks. Isn't that nice of him? So our hero and saviors coming to save the banking industry as long as they all merge into his bank. But it's going to happen because people are just letting it happen because most of us, I said, are distracted by stupid other petty things that are in the news. And it's done that way on purpose. I'm going to do a video that says, while you were distracted, these are the headlines you might have missed. What is this? Yuan overtakes dollar to become most used currency in China's cross-border transactions. This came out a few days ago. So congratulations to Chinese who magically somehow made huge jumps in technology, huge jumps on taking over our dollar. Gee, I wonder where that help came from. And as I stated before I got slightly sidetracked, you probably heard this before, but I'm going to play it again. This is Whitney Webb. She's going to tell you that our banking system is purposely being taken down.
Just because a lot of that seems to be much more related to, U.S. government efforts to regulate crypto and sort of go after banks that are deemed pro-crypto or could be sort of competitors to a future digital dollar CBDC, or even competitors, for example, to the FedNow service that's due to launch in July. Some people noted that, for example, Signature Bank Signet, for example, It may have been seen as a competitor in that sense. And, as time sort of wore on with these particular bank shutdowns, it became pretty clear that at least in the case of Signature Bank, that particular bank didn't really need to be shut down. And the argument from regulators was that they had a crisis in the confidence of the leadership of the bank, allegedly because they were unwilling to end their crypto business. So, that definitely seems like a calculated move.
The guy that ran that bank, CIA.
On the part of, the federal government, the federal authorities. And then, of course, you have the issue of the bailout, how most of the deposits at Silicon Valley Bank were not insured. And then you have the federal government stepping in and saying they're going to make pretty much all investors at all people with deposits at Silicon Valley Bank whole, which, in sort of a congressional hearings that followed this incident, you essentially have Janet Yellen being questioned from, I think, a congressman from Oklahoma, forget his name, sorry, and he essentially forces her to admit that that particular move means that, or sends the signal that if your funds are not insured and are at a small community bank, they won't be protected, right? But if they're at a bigger bank that's deemed, essential, or they are willing to justify bailing out depositors due to systemic risk claims and all of that, any of these too big to fail banks, for example, if you have your money there, your money's more likely to be protected than at smaller banks. And this is really consistent with what's happened over the last several economic crises. Where you have, further consolidation of banks over time. And you've had, tens of thousands of banks being shut down, largely a result of federal government monetary policy over the last several decades, consolidating, the financial industry in the United States in fewer and fewer hands. And obviously, I would argue that JP Morgan has had a big hand in that. They tend to be one of the biggest winners from these big consolidation moves. And that's likely to be the case as this current banking crisis wears on. And it was certainly the case in 2008 when they, acquired the remnants of Bear Stearns for pennies on the dollar.
I don't know what more I can say. The writing is on the wall. There is a strategic plan to bring the world to its knees in order to get the global community doing what these New World Order freaks want. Another thing about the Silicon Valley Bank's bailout, the CCP had business accounts in that bank. They had $4.1 billion in there. So no surprise that Biden would bail out that bank. And as I stated, Jamie Dimon and them are systematically taking down the banks. And this recent article came out and this only shows you that's exactly what's going on. When he's vying to buy First Republic Bank is what's going on. So all these banks are collapsing as scheduled, as intended. So all the power is put into the hands of just a few. It makes it easier to control you and your money. As I stated, I'm out of the banking system. I only use it to pay bills and that's it. All my other money is in gold and silver where it belongs, just like you should have yours there. So I don't know if you're procrastinating or not, or if you just think this is fear-mongering, or if you just think this will blow over. Then you're really taking a huge gamble with your money. At least if you put it into gold and silver and nothing happens, hey, good, you could just sell the gold and silver anytime you want. But if I'm correct, and I seem to be for the past couple of years, then you should have your money protected by gold and silver. Stay out of the system. Don't be enslaved to it. Anyways, you guys let me know what you think. I look forward to your comments, and I'll catch you later. I'm out.